guys, just a minor update really. As you might recall, anyone that's been watching this, wanted the consumer unit over here somewhere. Unfortunately there are no buttons anywhere in that area, so in the end, reluctantly, I decided to tack it onto here. Now I appreciate plugs coming out with leads, it might be an issue, but I can certainly get adapters in there, especially if the adapter comes up, like a lot of them do. So I mean, I've got so many sockets, it's not really an issue, but it does make that nice and accessible, and it's secure. 22 quid from Amazon. It's got 4 fuses. I only need 1, 2 really if I do the lighting off of this. Not sure what I'm going to do with the lighting at the moment. It's cheaply made, you've got to be a bit careful. I managed to crack a piece out, so I had to spin it around, so now I've got to get a grommet, or actually I've got some black rubber grommets to just fill that hole, and there's a big crack underneath. Again, I've got to fill that up. So that's that. I think you've already seen the wiring. So we've got the power in, data in. I've just run the data across and decided to put a Netgear gigabit switch just in there. And if you're wondering how I've managed to get that so neatly into that bottom connector, there's 2 screws on this in the cover, and the cover will come off. 2 more screws and the PCB, and the whole lot comes out. And then what you're left with is the bottom casing, and there are 2 discs. They look like top hats but almost flat, and you can go into the underneath of this with a screwdriver or something and just poke them off, because they're just stuck in place. Once they're off, you can actually get the cable through the front and into the actual socket. Then you can put the screws in this side, put the little plastic top hats back on. They're there in case you make a mistake and leave the screws protruding too far from the wall. Push the case in and then short the circuit board out. That's what they're actually there for. So you can get that very neat. Unfortunately, I had used this power supply, this Netgear adapter, for who knows what, probably, and I cut the end off and used the plug on the end. I've got a few of these knocking around, but I couldn't find one with the end, so I've just gone in through a hole in the back and just soldered it in. So yeah, it looks quite neat, no issues there. I've gone and got a different dual light from Wix, 40 quid for this end of the workshop. I'm still going to have the 2 up on the roof here, which leaves another 2 for the other end, so I just wanted to get maximum light down here. What else have we done? So one of the CCTV systems that I watch when I'm working, I've got an HDMI cable and I have run it from the other workshop and just run it through here, sealed it all up with this silicon sealant. I don't really like this. I didn't realise what I was buying. It said it was silicon sealant, but it's the non-acetic acid one, so it doesn't smell, but nor does it seem to go off. It's been up there hours and still feels a bit soft and squishy. No doubt tomorrow that will be a different story. I actually quite miss the smell of acetic acid. Anyway, so we've run that across there, run out of joiners, so the 2 pipes join underneath there, and I've just come across and down, and if the monitors have got 2 HDMI inputs, then I can just switch one of the monitors between what I'm doing and the CCTV. If not, then I'd probably just put a switching hub in there just so I can switch between the 2, or failing that I could have a 3rd screen, bring the monitor that I currently use and just sling it in the corner, but yeah, I'd rather have it on one of the two monitors that are going to be there. So that's it really. Just got to do the lighting. I've got some very thin 3-core cable coming tomorrow from Amazon in white, and I'm tempted just to run it off of the socket here, just to change that elbow into this, and just run that halfway up here, and then just run the white cable behind and up and into the various lights. There's no point in using conduit, it's just a complete waste of money and over the top. It's neat enough. I never expected anything this neat, to be honest. I'm certainly not too bothered about the lights and the wiring on the ceiling. We'll just get that done. Probably white cable clips, and that'll be that. Then just got to wire it up, then connect it to the other end. What else have we got to do? And then we've got to do a fan, extraction fan here. I've got the piping that's already connected in the other workshop. I've then got to decide whether I'm going to vent it outside out here. I suspect it's going to make more sense to vent it out of the side. Anything that it blows out is possibly going to waft across the front and straight in the door if I put it out the front. So we might just bang a hole through here and vent that out through there. Yeah, that's it. So just a quick update. Work unfortunately has been slowing things down, plus other bits and pieces that have had to be done. But yeah, we're getting there.